Hello, everyone. Welcome back to No Doubt. This week, I spent some significant time with my three nieces out in nature, and I was inspired to look at the dragonfly. We were out in the woods and we saw a couple of them, and they said, "Why don't you research the dragonfly?" So that's what we're going to do. Certainly, we have seen dragonflies many times, and we know there are two sets of wings. And if you look very close, like in this photograph, you can see the veins that are throughout, very stained glass looking to me. I did learn that they change color as they mature, and that long abdomen is broken up into 10 segments. And there's a little narrow spot in the middle, kind of like an hourglass figure that we don't normally see, of course, because the thing is flying by at a rapid pace. We also know a lot about the eyes. I know that's the thing that I always think about is most of their head are these big eyes. Takes up their whole head is what I've read. And of course, they have a 360 view. I did learn that they eat a lot of mosquitoes, for which I am very thankful. They can eat about 100 of those a day. And they also eat flies and bees and butterflies, any flying little thing that comes into contact with them. Actually, I read that they will just collide with their prey, and their prey can't handle it and falls down, or they eat it right up. And that this dragonfly is quite rough and tough and resilient. And I think we'll see exactly a metaphor for that here in just a minute. This is one of the coolest things that I learned, is that in order to stay cool, they can't regulate their own temperature. So they have to do something to cool themselves down. And so they stand on end like a headstand to reduce the surface area that is exposed to the sun or the heat. And that way they stay a little cooler. Isn't that amazing? I thought that was really cool. It shouldn't be a surprise to us by this time either that we can read in the scripture many different places about nature. This is in Job chapter 12, that all creation knows God's power. And this particular scripture is just a piece of it that says, if we ask the animals, they will teach us, or the birds in the sky, they will tell us. And there's about 5,000 different species of dragonflies. They are the fastest insect, and they go anywhere between 10 and 30 miles an hour. They're also known to be the oldest insect on the earth. Maybe it's not just insects. They're older than dinosaurs, I think is what I've read. I don't know much about dinosaurs, but that's pretty old. I want you to look at the wings of this, because in a second, we're going to see something that I don't know about you, but I just did not think about a dragonfly in this way. Look at the helicopter, and look at the similarities between the dragonfly and the helicopter. Those wings, that long body in the back, the big bubble in the front, their head, their eyes. I only found a website or two where I could see any evidence that a company had modernized or designed the helicopter from any basis of the dragonfly, but it sure looks suspiciously like biomimicry to me. We know that helicopters can fly backwards. That's one of the things that they're known for. And so can a dragonfly. And a dragonfly can hover. A dragonfly can do a loop-de-loop. It's very aerodynamic. It even can suspend in the air and eat at the same time, which is also pretty cool. They can stop on a dime and, sorry for the cliche, and turn and go a different direction. And I don't know if we'd say helicopter exactly as great as a dragonfly, but we know that's one of the greatest things about a helicopter is its feasibility and its maneuverability in tight places. That back end looks just like a dragonfly, doesn't it? Crazy. I also learned, kind of like tadpoles, they're born to swim. So their eggs are in the water, and they're larvae for maybe up to 4 years. And eventually they emerge as an adult. They have gills, but when they come out as an adult, bam, they have no gills, they have wings, and they fly. And funny enough, we see them around water all the time, but I've read that they have wings and they can't swim. So if you get them submerged in the water, they're going to drown. Isn't it crazy because they were born in the water? No doubt that God's hand is in this creature, for absolutely sure. It's beautiful and magnificent and full of detail. I hope you have a great week, everybody. See you next week.